term frequency, inverse document frequency. Basically, we want to take a word and to say how specific is it to this document versus the corpus that we have. Because, for example, we see the word the, THE. Let's say we have a corpus of 10 documents. In most cases, this word will appear in all of them. And because TFIDF is the multiplication of the result of TF, how specific is this word to this document? Basically, the ratio of how many times the word appears in this document versus all the words in this document multiplied by the IDF. IDF is whether this inverse of whether this word appears in all the documents. So if this word appears in all the documents, we'll get a 0. Therefore, the TF-IDF of the word the, THE, would be 0. And this makes sense. The word is not specific to our document. The word appeared in all the documents. So TF-IDF stands for Term Frequency Inverse Document Frequency. It is a measure used in the field of information retrieval and machine learning that can quantify the importance or relevance of string representation, words, phrases, lemmas, etc. in a document. We have the TF, which is the term frequency, and IDF, which is the inverse document frequency. The TF is the term frequency. We look at a particular term and we check how special, how much does it appears in the documents. Basically, we take a count of how many times the word appears in the document and we adjust it for the length of the document, because if the word appears 1,000 times in the document and the document has 1 million words, then it's less frequent than a word that appears one time in document of 10 words. The TF is also logarithmically scaled, and it's a Boolean frequency, 1 if the term occurs and 0 if the term does not occur. The IDF is the inverse document frequency. We want to know how specific is this word or term to this document versus all the documents. It's using a log. And if a word appears in all the documents, then the log of 1 will become 0. So IDF will really help us with words that appear in all the documents. Both as all these words will appear in all the documents and will receive a weight of 0 with IDF. And because TF-IDF is TF multiplied by the IDF, then all these words would receive a weight of 0. We can also collect the IDF not necessarily from the specific corpus that we have calculated the TF. We can collect it from a background corpus, because we can collect all these words. If all these words, the word there appears in 10,000 documents which are not related to our document, then it's probably a meaningless word and will not represent something specific in our document. The higher the TF-IDF score, the more important or relevant the term is. The less that term is relevant will get to 0. So TF-IDF is a very handy metric for determining how important is a term in a document. Machine learning algorithms usually use numeric data, and TF-IDF help us convert strings into numeric data, documents into numeric data. We can take a vector of all the words, vectorize the words in a document and convert them to numbers. Once we have the TF-IDF, which is a vector of numbers of 2 documents, then we can check if these 2 documents are similar by comparing the two vectors. TF-IDF can be used also in search engines, because if I search for the word Shakespeare and the TF-IDF, the word Shakespeare is higher in one website than another, then this means that the website where the TF-IDF was higher for the word Shakespeare would be more relevant for my search keyword. And with that, we complete a brief overview to TFIDF, Term Frequency Inverse Document Frequency.